This is the portfolio rubric guidance for PK.RI.KID.2. With prompting and support, students orally identify the main topic and retell key details of a text, discussions, and activities. This is assessing informational text. Note, this is informational text. This is not a storybook or a narrative. It must be in text that is informational, nonfiction. To assess this standard, the teacher is assessing the student's ability to identify the main topic and details from this informational text. The informational text should be a text the student is familiar with from studying and doing multiple read-alouds in class. This is typically the informational text that you have been reading along with your curriculum, have done many activities with the students around this text throughout several lessons before you move to this assessment. When you assess this standard, you are assessing the student's ability to tell what is the main topic, what is this text about, and then also give details. Once students are able to do this at the pre-K level, teachers can move into assessing the aligned kindergarten standard. In kindergarten, you are assessing the same way, with the exception in kindergarten, you are moving into key details. So what is the difference between a key detail and details? Key details explain or describe the main topic. A detail is retelling, describing something that they learned from the text. So for example, if you've read an informational text on insects, the main topic is insects. When students are telling you details from the text, they may say something like ladybugs are insects or bees are insects. That does not describe or explain what is an insect. That's just a detail. And in pre-K, that is the expectation, that they can tell you something that they learned from the text. At the kindergarten levels, when we assess this standard at the higher levels, students are able to explain or describe the insect. So a key detail might be that insects have 6 legs, or insects have 2 antennae. After reading the informational text, the teacher asks questions to determine if the student knows the main topic and the details from this text. This is an oral assessment. Students orally answer these comprehension questions. It's important to note that the rubric contains a suggested task of questions you could ask. You are not required to ask these exact questions, but you are required to ask comprehension questions to get students to talk about the main topic and details. So you might ask, what was this book about? What are some things you learned from this text? Those are suggested questions, but you could ask any question that would lead students to discuss the main topic and details from the text. Also note that the pre-K standard and the kindergarten standard include prompting and support. Again, thinking about this is an assessment from a familiar text. So in class, you have most likely made charts, you have used story webs, you have done activities. There are many things in class that the students could refer to as a prompt or to support them as they are answering these questions. Students may have the book available to look at while you ask these questions. The questions you ask are not prompting and support. That is the task, to ask questions for students to identify the main topic and key details. Again, this is an oral assessment, so the required method of evidence is a video recording. This is not in a writing assessment. Writing will not be scored. A video recording must be your student work evidence. It's also a requirement that an answer key be included with your student work. This answer key must include the title and the author of the book, and it also should include the answer key. These are the answers to the text. What was the main topic? What were the details that students could have said about this text? The answer key could be in the context narrative, or you could upload it as an additional artifact with your video. Again, this is a verbal assessment at all levels, 0 through 7, the pre-K and the kindergarten standards for this, assessments for this standard. This is not a writing assessment, and this should be assessed with students individually in a conversation. Once you have your student work and your students have been assessed, it is then time to look at the rubric. Rubrics are used to score student work. You do not use the rubric as an assessment. Once you have your assessment, then you score the assessment with a rubric. So looking at your student work, if your student is not able to identify any aspect of the text, they are completely off topic, that is a score of a level 0. If the student is on topic and is able to give you some information about the text, but they're not giving you the main detail or the main topic or any details from the text, but they are talking about that subject or something from that book, then that would be a level 1. If the student is able to tell you the main topic or at least one detail from this text, that is a level 2. At level 3, if the student is able to give the main topic and a detail, that's level 3 score. Level 2, main topic or one detail. Level 3 is the main topic and a detail. When scoring student work, if the student is able to give the main topic and more than one detail, that is a level 4. At level 5, 6, and 7, these are used to score when you assess the kindergarten standard. Do not move into asking and scoring the kindergarten standard until students have mastered level 4. Once students are able to give more than details and they can now provide the main topic and a key detail. Remember, key details means they are describing the main topic. That's a level 5. At level 6, the student is able to provide the main topic and at least 2 key details, 2 key things that they have learned about that topic. That's a level 6. And at level 7, the student is able to provide the main topic and describe at least 3 details, 3 key details from the text.